We're gonna do a song that you never heard before.
The volume. Here the drummer get wicked. Here we go again.
Hi, Ace Kennedy, my brother from another mother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. What was I about to say? Have you been watching the NFL Pro Bowl activities?
I watched some of it yesterday. It was
Okay.
I watched them do like the balloon tossed and all that other crap.
Oddly enough, I didn't plan on watching it. And listen, so yesterday I went to the gym, right? And this is how crazy. This is how I knew the recovery time on getting old just ain't quite what it used to be, boy. Because I ended up going to hoop, stayed later at the gym because some dude was like, "Yo, maybe let's run one more, whatever." So I played 7 games total. Right, we was washing them, right, killing them. And so by the time I got home, took a shower and everything like that, got something to eat. I was not trying to get up off the couch, right? Like not trying to get off the couch at all. And so before I knew it, I turned it on and I'm watching it. And I'm only watching it only because, I was like, all right, let me see what the first couple minutes is info, and just end up watching it by default just because I was so tired that I didn't even want to get up off the couch. And so I ended up watching the whole thing. I thought it was kind of entertaining. For what it was worth, I thought it was cool. Yeah,
I like the quarterback challenge. I thought that was dope.
Yeah, I like that Derek Carr was like, have you ever been there? He said, no. That's the reason why I'm getting up out of here, though, man. I thought that was hilarious, bro.
Listen, was it Ryan Clark? He didn't even know what to say after that, bro. Because when he said that joint, I was like, it was his face too. Like he was waiting to get that one off.
It was almost like there was a built-in joke, though. But like he couldn't wait to get that one off.
He couldn't wait to get it off.
Yeah, he said it with a straight face and everything, though, bro. I said, oh man.
What I thought was dope was the Ravens backup quarterback was doing his thing.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm him, I'm celebrating it like a win's a win, bro. Like a win is a win.
Right.
Yeah,
Gino was out there looking like trash, though.
Yeah, Gino, and this was funny.
Gino looked so high, bro.
Oh my God, Gino was taking that thing serious. That's why.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Ravens backup, though, bro, I am out here. I'm talking about I'm living the high life. Y'all can't tell me nothing because at the end of the day, right? So this is why I think it's crazy, right? At the end of the day, right? Once you get elected as a starter, right? And then, you say, granted, the quarterbacks who typically, especially quarterback in positions players, the ones that actually make the playoffs and make the Super Bowl aren't going to play in it. And that's usually going to be some reserves and everything, right? So if you're telling me, right, that all of these other quarterbacks just didn't want to play, and by default, you got to call me up, I'm taking that because at the end of the day, it goes in the record books, though, bro. So you got to call me a Pro Bowl quarterback, though, man. Like that's why I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, it was dope. Hey, quick question before I start the music, bro. So on your joggers, right? Do you wear your long socks over the bottoms of them?
I do. I do. It is funny because I don't know. This is the funny thing about it. If I had to put a time,
it
had to be probably not. It was. I think last year is when I probably started doing it more.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the first time I did it when I was wearing some of my J's and was like, oh, this look cold with my J's, right?
Yeah.
And then once I did it with my Jordans, and then I did it with my Jordans, and then I did it one with the beanie on. I said,
Yeah.
oh, that's it then. Now,
That's it.
I got mine up now with it on, bro. yeah.
I got the Daffy Duck socks, and that girl Sarah was like, "What is you doing?" I said, "Hey, that's what the young kids is doing."
Oh yeah, I don't know what I don't know if I saw. You know what it is, bro. I think so. You know what? I'm not gonna even count. I know exactly where I got it from. 2 years ago, probably if not longer than that. I saw LeBron at the Vegas games, and he had.
Yep.
I said, "Oh yeah, I think that looked pretty cool though, man. Like for a tall dude, dudes don't get too many things that you think, all right, I can pull that off. Shorter guys, you can pretty much get everything." I saw that. I said, "Oh yeah, man, that's all good."
What's crazy is because I saw Deuce them do it, but I saw Penny do it. A friend of mine, his son got to meet Penny, and Penny was doing it. I was like, "Oh no, if old Penny can do it, I'm doing it. I'm pulling it out." So I did it. I did it at Deuce them game. And people was like giving me the head now. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, see, so this is the funny thing about it. You know me and my little isms when it comes to it. There's a certain way that I gotta wear mine though. I don't just pull them all the way up tall though. So it's weird, bro. It is a certain way that I gotta wear mine though. Bro.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
but no, I had started looking at some because I'm into the stance socks. So I've been looking at more and more of them. I was like, oh, them will go hard with it. So yeah.
Oddly enough, so this was funny. It's funny you mentioned that, right? Because I, for some reason, have moved off of stance socks. I used to be on stance socks real heavy.
Comfortable though, bro.
Yeah, but now I'm big on my Nike every day. So I switch. So that's a whole conversation though, bro. There's a whole, but it's like, and it's the same with the Adidas. Now I'm gonna be honest. If I'm keeping it 1,000, I think that the Adidas original socks are more comfortable than the Nike socks. It's almost like the regular Adidas everyday originals feel like Nike Elite socks, right? Except they just don't cost as much though, man. So nah, man, it's a certain way that I do mine though, bro. But I moved away from the stance socks only because I like the way the white socks look on it though, bro. So that's the reason why though.
Yeah, I feel you. No, you know me, I'm extra with mine. You see, I got the Daffy Duck socks on. Yeah, you know me. You know.
Yeah, I feel back. Mine is more simple though, bro. So yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be extra. But let's get this music started, bro.
Yes, sir.
If you smell what the rock. It doesn't matter what your name is.
Listen, if you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the Slash Brothers YouTube and Facebook pages. We are live on both platforms. You click on the notification, you get the heads up whenever your boys is doing their thing. Ace Kennedy. Let me ask you this though, man. Like a couple things that we got on the docket here for the day, though, bro. They recently announced the all-star teams, and every time this comes on up, everybody wants to talk about like all-star snubs and everything like that, though, man. So my question to you is that are there any snubs that you think, this person should have really been one of them dudes that made the team, though?
I'm gonna be funky, bro. Keep it funky. I don't even know what the list is, bro. Once I found out Shea wasn't a starter, then I stopped paying attention.
Because if you want to talk about somebody,
right, but he didn't make it as a starter, so he was robbed.
Okay, so but when you talk about that, do you put Shea over Steph?
Yep.
So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
gonna tell you what messed it up, right? I'm gonna tell you what really messed it up. What really messed it up is Zion Williamson getting picked and it's it's by fans, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah, yeah.
I think that Zion threw it for a loop because Zion had missed half the season already. And I think that threw a loop for things because I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Zion, you take Zion off, that puts Shea in the first. Oh, let me. And this is the other thing too, bro. Okay, so you take Zion off, you put Shea into the first team, and I think that way that extra spot, De'Aaron Fox got it. I think he's been doing his thing though, bro, and I think that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's where I look at it. But I agree with you on Shea thing though, bro.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Nobody expected Oklahoma to win more than 20, I think 22 games this year or something like that, whatever the Vegas odds were in the beginning. But not only that, he's the third leading scorer in the NBA. The commentators have been talking about him a lot more. It just, to me, this was his year to, if he was gonna make it, to do it. And I'm not saying like he's just gonna fall off, but I just feel like this would have been the introduction that he needed, pending that you had people like Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, those guys who were hurt this year. AD was hurt, Zion was hurt,
Well, here we
Steph was
go.
hurt.
So here it's funny you say that, right? Because I know that Steph missed like 10 games, but Paul George made it. And Paul George has only played like half the games as well. Him and Kawhi has been missing a lot of games, but I was surprised that Paul George made it because listen, while I'm a fan of his game, I was just very surprised that he made it because he hasn't been their record isn't as great as everybody thought it would be because he just hasn't played a whole lot though, man.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong.
So
The times that I've watched Paul George, he's been balling.
yeah,
And
he
even
balls when
Kawhi.
he play.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, it's just the consistency of play. But it's one of those things you come to expect that from Paul George and Kawhi, that they both miss a lot of games. It's like in their DNA now. So it doesn't really bother me as much. But Zion, like, you missed a whole season, bruh, and now you back and you still missing games. So that's where it's kind of like, I don't
Here we
mind him
go.
being a reserve if he get voted on, but not starting.
But check this out. Here are the reserves, right? The reserves for the West Conference, right? Western Conference is Sabonis, Damian Lillard, which Damian did play a good bit also, man. Dame missed a lot of games. I think that Dame hasn't played half the season either. Paul George, again, hadn't played half the season. Shea, Laurie Marketing made it. Jaren Jackson Jr. made it, and I was happy to see that. And the reason why I was happy to see that, bro, is because in a league and in a day where very few people actually play defense. Like, I watched the game and I saw him have like 9 blocks in the game. Like, he goes for everything. And I think that was crazy. He does because he tries to go for a lot of blocks. He's prone to foul out, but he's kept them in a lot of the games because on defense, he's truly that, all right, I'm the anchor. Like, it's like his is different from Rudy Gobert. When Rudy Gobert was leading and he got those defensive players of the years, I think that Jaren Jackson gives you still about 18 points a game. Most of them come from dunks, putbacks, and everything like that. He can shoot the three a little bit. But I like the fact that he's a defensive player, and I think that that's his calling card. And I think that in a time where you don't see that as often, I was happy to see that he got that, though, man. I was very happy to see that.
Yeah. I'm happy with, like I said, some of the selections and stuff like that. And here's the thing: not everybody's gonna make it, so I understand that part too. But yeah,
Devin Booker didn't make it.
I'm gonna be honest. He been hurt too.
I don't know. Well, I don't know.
I haven't been keeping up with him, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that I don't know. But here are the reserves for the East, right? So this was kind of interesting, right? So for the East, the reserves are Jaylen Brown, Bam Adebayo, Drew Holiday.
Bam been balling. Okay.
Bam been balling. Bam been balling.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
Okay. He been out a lot.
I don't think he been out a lot. Zach
Zach
Levine's been out a lot.
No. DeRozan been out, bro. He just came back recently.
He ain't, when I say somebody's been, he ain't been out like 10 straight games. Like Zion's been out about 12. No, Zion's been out about 20 games in a row. But anywho, though, I'll believe you if that's the case, though. Yeah. But Julius Randle's back as an all-star.
Okay.
And who I like is Tyrese Halliburton for the Pacers first time. Now, what's interesting number 0? About that? Yeah,
I seen him cooking the Lakers the other day.
Yeah, he was chefing them boys up. And what I think that's crazy to me about it, so no Jalen Brunson, who I thought was more of an all-star than Julius Randle. Because I thought that he was their best player. Yeah. But here's the thing, usually when you see, this is the thing that makes me confused about the Kings, but also kind of smart about what the Kings did. So take a step back here, right? So the Kings drafted Tyrese Halliburton. This is only his second year in the league, right? But they drafted him at point guard. They already had De'Aaron Fox at point guard. And De'Aaron Fox had been in the league for 5 years and they just gave him a new contract, and they drafted Tyrese Halliburton. They also drafted Keegan Murray, who's kind of played point guard before, but not exactly point guard. And then they also picked up Davion Smith, I think, from Baylor. And he is a point guard, but a scorer, basically, though. So they drafted all of these players that are very much the same guy. And you're thinking, like, well, why exactly would you keep drafting the same guy? They play all very similar games. So they traded Tyrese Halliburton, right, to get Sabonis. And then that kind of opened up things for Sabonis to be more of him. It opened up everything for De'Aaron Fox to be more of him. And then it also gave Tyrese Halliburton a chance to shine along with those other young guys and the guys. So it's like the trade made sense. But I'm just thinking, like, the Kings, why were you even in that? Why were you picking them in the first place, right? That's why if you trade them just a year later.
I feel that.
Also, no Trae Young, no Pascal Siakam, no Jimmy Butler, and no James Harden. He had a streak of 100. He had a streak of 10 consecutive All-Star appearances. Broken.
Yeah, Deuce was saying that he felt like James Harden was snubbed, but I was like, James Harden was out for a minute though, and James Harden ain't been looking like James Harden either.
He's leading the league in assists,
so that ain't what James Harden known for.
Yeah,
that's why I said he ain't to me, that sounds like when Vince Carter switched to shooting threes, right? Not saying that it's bad, but that's not what we knew Vince Carter for.
I can see that, but look at it from this standpoint, right? So you talk about impact on the game, right? So now when you look at him, so let's say that one season he averaged like 35 points a game or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. So what's crazy about it is that what I respect about how he was able to switch his stuff up is that he now went from averaging 35 a game to where now, right, he's averaged about 22 points a game, right? But he's now averaging 12 assists a game, 11 to 12 assists a game. So you think that those 11 to 12 assists a games are counting for another 20 points, basically, though. So while he's not the same James Harden, I think he's a different whole, and that's tough to say, oh, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I think that, listen, I've been one of those James Harden haters in the past, but I respect how he's been able to transform his game, and it also has impact on the wins and losses, though, bro.
But the problem is when you need him to turn it on to be the James Harden of old, he can't do it no more. That's what makes me upset. It'd be different if he still had the capability to just turn it on at any moment. He can, and that's where the thing is when it doesn't affect the regular season much, but when it comes to playoffs time, when people are doing whatever they need to do for Embiid or knocking down Maxey, they need him to step up. I mean, you've heard the videos of even coach telling, "Hey James, you will have to if you do you, then we ain't nobody gonna stop us." Like,
listen, so I think that, you know what, I watch every single game that they have on TV, right? Yeah. because I try to not be, I'm biased, but I try to be, somewhat objective. And I think that what I noticed with him is that even though he's lost weight, he's slimmer. He just can't get around people. So it's like before, consistently. Like before, he would be able to be able to threaten you with the three and step back, and then he would be able to get past you because of that, right? Well, now I don't think that when he steps back that he's able to create as much separation like he used to. But I also think that people can recover faster on him. So it looks like he's lost a step. But I think he's making up for it though in different ways. Though.
Did Donovan Mitchell not make it?
Donovan Mitchell was a starter.
Okay.
Now, what I am surprised is that Darius Garland, who I love for the Cavs, didn't make it as a reserve as well, though.
Wow.
But KD made it as a starter, and I would imagine that spot that he won't play, and that KD spot is going to be pulled open, and I'd imagine that's going to be another one of those where either Darius Garland or Jalen Brunson would make that spot.
Yeah. Now Tatum made it as a starter.
Tatum did make it as a starter. Giannis made it as a starter. And guess who else made it as a starter?
Jalen
That
Brown.
boy Kyrie.
Oh.
Kyrie made it as a starter.
We got to talk about that, but before we get to Kyrie, I brought up what's his name for a reason. Did you see Brooks hit Spider in the balls?
Yes, I did, bro.
Bro, listen, excuse my language, but he a whole bitch for that, bro.
Okay,
if you getting cooked like that and you got to revert to hit somebody in the balls, bro, you a whole bitch, bro. All the way.
Is what he did different from Draymond kicking people in the balls?
No.
See, I thought it was.
Why? To me, because here's my thing. If Draymond was defending like, yo, that's my natural motion when I shoot, then he wouldn't have stopped. He would still be doing it. Like some form of it, right? Whereas this, so to me, in my eye, it was deliberate. Like, because I don't remember him doing it. It'd be different if there was footage of him shooting like that when there wasn't people around him. But it only seemed like that when people were around, he would kick that leg out. And again,
he ain't kicked no ball since.
Right. And he ain't shooting no better either. But still, the point is, to me, it seemed very much intentional. That last night was intentional, bro. The way he swung, and I loved how the Cavs talked about it in the post-game interview. I loved how Spider talked about it. And, yeah, that to me, man, like, nah, whole bitch for that, bro.
Let me tell you this, though, bro. Here's the thing that's crazy to me. So I'm not mad that Dillon Brooks is their enforcer, right, for their team, right? Because I think that, to be quite honest with you, this is my problem with Dillon Brooks. It's just that he doesn't do any of those things, and they come out on the up, right? Every time he does one of those things, have those moments, they're losing. They end up losing. It's like when they happen. Okay, let's take a step back. When he wound up fouling Gary Payton, right? Gary Payton II breaks his elbow or something like that. And listen, they had the momentum. After that, the Warriors now have this new momentum. Say, let's go ahead and get at it, though, right? So that to me was like it turned the tide once that happened, right? Then I think that when you look at when it happened with the Lakers, right? They lost to the Lakers, but when it happened, all that back and forth with him.
When him and Shannon Sharp,
it came in a loss, right?
Yeah.
He hit Donovan Mitchell in the balls. It came in a loss. So my thing is that I would totally understand if you feel like how sometimes you'll see coaches get a technical because it fires a team up and it sends a message. I get that sometimes you say, no, I'm going to take one for the team, and that's it. But he's tasked with guarding the best player on every single team. So for me, I know that Donovan Mitchell said, "Oh yeah, I've been cooking them for years." I totally, you should. In this NBA, you should cook him.
Yes.
But at the same time, what I respect about Dylan Brooks is that because you should cook him. He's not gonna back down, and I respect it more than anything because he's about 6'6". He's guarding LeBron James, who got him by 2 to 3 inches and got him by 50 pounds easily. And then he'll turn around and guard Donovan Mitchell, who's faster than him. And then he'll turn around and have to run around with Clay. He got into it with Clay. And then that's what also had Clay turned up as well. Like, I do respect.
I don't have an issue though with him doing exactly what you're saying, but you don't hit a man in his balls though, bro. That's what I'm like. That you could have did anything else. You swung and hit that.
It was so deliberate.
It was
so deliberate.
You rolled.
You looked over. Yes, you rolled and looked. And it'd be one thing if you hit him in the leg, in the calf, because you thought maybe they were starting to break, so you tried to foul to stop a break.
Right.
But no, you looked and said, "Oh, man region. Let me go ahead and hit him in the balls right quick, bro."
Yeah.
So no,
and I'm a complete hypocrite because I know that there's plenty of video of Chris Paul wanking on somebody.
That's all he do. Chris Paul been hitting people in their nuts since he was in college. And I know if they got video of him doing it in college, he's done it to somebody in high school, bro.
Hey, I get it, but hey, he on my list, so you can't do wrong. But Dylan Brooks,
he is a nut hitter, bro. He will.
An habitual
nutcracker.
Right.
Yeah. So but we were talking though, man, and Kyrie requested the trade to get up out of there, bro. What we doing?
I ain't mad at it, bro. I'm not mad at it. I was talking to Rocky, and basically I had to read into it first before I gave my opinion. So basically they had requested to get an extension, showing good faith that you guys gonna keep me long term. They had talks, nothing went anywhere. So he's like, all right, trade me by the deadline. He said, I'm walking away in the summer, free and clear. So in essence, bro, he's giving them an opportunity to get something for him. So I'm not mad at it.
Okay, so I'm not that mad about it. What I am so here's this is always the thing, because everybody in the grand scheme of things, people will say, while it's okay for while it's player, you have player empowerment, I get all that, but is that the best thing for the NBA? It might not be the best thing for the NBA, but I think that in two ways it is, right?
It is.
It keeps people talking,
right?
It keeps people talking for one. And the NBA to me dominates sports headlines better than any other sport, right? But I think
especially when it comes to trade,
interesting to me, especially when it comes to trade, off-season stuff, because in the NBA you can request a trade, and there are things that you can do, holdouts, there are things you can kind of disrupt, you can do some things, all right? But I think that the part that I'm not mad at Kyrie is you still have to be able to feel like you have some control. It's very few times, right, a player has control of their fate, their destiny. And all players don't. This is only something that I think that superstars get the opportunity to exercise, right? You think Lou Dort can just do this, right? Lou Dort can't just request it, right? So that's what I'm saying. So I think that's the one thing. But if he is basically saying, part of me thinks that it's part of me thinks that it's also, what up, Cliff? But I think that it's part of it could be a way for him to do contract negotiations. Like, he could just be saying, listen, man, I ain't signing next year if y'all ain't gonna give me this money now, though. So you can go ahead and let me go. If you think about that, though, the deadline is 9 days, right? I mean, no, in 6 days, it's on the 9th. So he's saying today, you got 6 days to get me up out of here. Like, that's not a long process. You still got to serve anything. So I think that he's putting them in a bind, and it could be a sign and trade. Like, at the end of the day, he wants the money. I don't think that it's anything more than just that. So that's why, for me, I don't know if I'm mad or if I'm just like glad for him. It's somewhat selfish, but at some point, you got to get that, bro.
Charles, I borrowed your glasses on this one, bro. I'm looking at it through a different lens. I'm reading
You read
between the
between the
lines.
lines? You got to read between the lines, bro.
That boy Kyrie is tired of playing with Ben Simmons, bro.
You think he is, bro? You think he tired of that with Ben?
He tired of
Listen.
playing with Ben Simmons, bro. He tired of
I
trying
don't
to
blame
hype
him.
this man up.
If
tried-
he is,
Yes.
I don't blame him, bro.
Hey, he is tired of trying to hype that man up and giving him encouragement. He's like, bro, listen, you a whole grown man playing in the NBA that less than 1% of people out of college get to be blessed to do. And you over here. And I'm not saying, listen, I understand mental health and I understand demons and stuff like that. I ain't playing with that part of it. But from Kyrie's standpoint, it's like, bro, I'm done with that. Like, I'm trying to win a championship. I don't have time to be coaxing somebody else to want to shoot the ball or do whatever. Go ahead, bro.
Got my hand raised on this one.
Yes, sir.
Because isn't it funny? It's ironic because isn't that the same decision that James Harden came to about Kyrie?
100%.
James Harden said, listen, I got to get up out of here because I don't know what that man going to do. And I'm tired of dealing with it. And now Kyrie is like, Kyrie is like, listen, I don't got time for it.
But rewind the tape though. Go back and watch the Slash Brothers podcast. I said I stand with the players. Because you were the one dogging him because you said he done left in yet another team. Whoop de whoop de whoop. And I said, listen, if that man don't want to play with Kyrie, I am not mad at that. If he feel like he can be happy over in Philly and be the James Harden of old or whatever the case may be. So no, I'm not mad at Kyrie, and I'm not mad, especially because here's the thing: the relationship between the Nets and Kyrie has been kind of, rocky anyway. So something's got to happen.
This is my problem. My problem with the whole thing, with both of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
With both of them. For me, the first thing with James Harden was how you forced your way out of Houston to get to the Nets, only to force your way out the Nets as well, right? Yeah. And then to me, right, it all, like I said, either way, he was conceding to being the number one guy. Like I almost more so had a problem with James Harden, only because in the grand scheme of basketball, I had James Harden higher historically than Kyrie. Even though Kyrie did the big shot, I'm talking about an individual play. I just thought that if most people were doing an all-time list, that they would typically rate James Harden higher than Kyrie. At least that's my opinion, right? But I think that the part that to me that made Kyrie start to look bad in terms of how he did it was you forced your way out of Houston, told the Celtics that you would run it back with them, and then change your mind a week later. Said, nah. And then KD followed you to New York, and KD was like, yo, let's go to the Knicks. Kyrie said, nah, we're going to go to the Nets. So now you're at your home team that you picked, right? This is your spot. And now you get out here, you say you want to get up out of there. And listen, if KD said, for the same reasons that James Harden wanted to get up out of there, I can't deal with Kyrie. I don't know what he's going to do, whatever, right? But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, now, if I'm KD, do you just say, well, let him walk then, right? All I was looking for is to move away from him. But if y'all going to move him, what are we doing then? Like, isn't it more of a reason for KD to stay?
I think so, but we need to talk destinations though. Like, where some possibilities of places him going.
The obvious is
I got three destinations.
Who you got?
Okay, so Kawhi here recently has been talking about he wants a PG. So I figured this is a time to move off of.
He wants a PG at point guard.
Yes,
not Paul George.
No. He wants a point guard. So the Clippers is his destination. That way you can come off the contract of who just got there that ain't played in a while. John Wall. You can get John Wall out of there.
John Wall already has a very minimal contract.
I mean, still, I'm just talking about away from him. I ain't talking about his contract per se. I'm saying just him leaving the Clippers because Reggie Jackson is there. So Kyrie and Reggie Jackson, cool little tandem, right? And I don't know what other pieces you would put in there for that. Obviously, of course, people are going to start talking to Lakers. But the other destination, I wouldn't be surprised, even though they said that that they aren't going to trade him, I could see him going to Chicago for Zach LaVine.
Ooh. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think Chicago has the most tradable pieces in terms of players and what you can get back.
Yeah.
Because you look at it like this, right? So they got
What's the name? Young or White? One of the two.
LaMelo Ball is just killing them right now, sitting on the bench. But they got Kobe. They have Vucevic. They got DeMar DeRozan, who is an all-star. So I don't know. Maybe you trade all-star. So maybe you trade DeRozan, right? DeRozan for him. Like I okay. If I'm them, if Zach LaVine is 100% healthy, I would take Zach LaVine. Ooh, okay. Got it. I would take Zach LaVine and Caruso straight up for Kyrie and Ben Simmons. I would say, well, if you want Kyrie, fine, you can have him, but you got to take Ben Simmons with him.
All right. I mean, they're going to ask it, but yeah, I'm just saying those are the three destinations that I see just like right off the bat. Not unless you're trying to do something like, because even though, you know, would the Hornets do something like to get rid of what's his name? What's your boy?
Terry Rozier?
Yeah.
They got a lot. Listen, man, the Hornets.
Because they trying to get rid of. They already trying to get rid of Ola. What's his name? With the crazy hair.
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, Oubre. They were trying to get rid of Oubre, and there was somebody else that they said they would let go. So
they want to get rid of all they old dudes. So Plumlee, Kelly Oubre, Scary Terry, anybody who's over 25, they'll trade right now.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I don't either if they're already tanking.
Well, here's the other part though. It's the what happens like the part where teams is like, I'm not giving up all my assets if he ain't gonna resign. That's gonna be the other issue, which has been.
Listen, that is a good point, right? But here's the thing about it: if you the Hornets, that makes sense either way because listen, at the end of the day, he's not gonna re-sign with the Hornets, right? But at the same time, if you just saying, hey, it's an even swap out because we lose Kyrie, but if we just want to get rid of Terry Rozier, I guess that makes sense. Then you trade Terry. That means ultimately you would have traded Terry Rozier and whoever just for nothing. But an even swap just at least gets them off your team. It gives more minutes for your young guys if that's what you wanted to do. I just don't know who. The only way you would do something like that, though, man, is that you would have to do a sign and trade. That's the only way that it would work. And who wants Kyrie that badly to do a long-term deal with him?
Let me ask you this: would New Orleans do something?
So that's an interesting question because who do you give up to get him?
Man, you might have to give up. Who just got there? What's his face?
CJ.
CJ. And there was somebody else on the Hornets that they're trying to get rid of. I think he's a point guard too. But if anything, I'm asking for McCullough. And I'm gonna ask for BI. I'm gonna ask for him, even though they ain't gonna get rid of him. But Zion and Kyrie, I like it.
Okay, but then here's my thing. If I'm the Nets, though, right? I don't want the Ben Simmons problem. So if I'm trading Kyrie, I'm going to trade Ben Simmons as well. Right?
I get that.
So
maybe there's a
thing. Right. So here's my thing. So when I look at them, right, the Pelicans, right. So I'm saying like, all right, y'all got the boy Herb Jones. He's like their best defensive player that guards a guard. You get rid of Ben Simmons, you pick him on up. I think that what they'll try to do is trade Kyrie and probably Joe Harris because Joe Harris ain't been doing nothing in 3 years. Basically, he's been pretty much hurt off and on. But I think that ultimately, though, man, yeah, if you can, like for me, I'm thinking like, bro, I gotta see about getting CJ and who CJ. Now, if you give me a deal with BI for Kyrie and we work anything else around it, oh, I'm good with that. I'm good with that only because now you got a lone squad. You got BI and KD side by side. I can you can make that work.
Yeah.
I think that can work. But they got I'm sitting here looking at their squad. Yeah, I'm looking at their squad, bro, and they would end up having a trade. I think they're trying to get like Trey Murphy, who he in a dunk contest. They trying to get him more minutes. Man, I don't know what them boys gonna do, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Bro, in other basketball news, did you see KD get destroyed by Shaq, bro?
Oh my God. That boy KD said, that's when you had to acknowledge that you was getting destroyed. He was like, why you had to do me like that, though, bro?
He said that. What did he say? I got cooked for asking a simple question.
Yo, he got cooked too, boy. He got cooked.
Shaq was ready.
Shaq had that all. He had that on copy paste. He had it on copy and paste. And anytime KD responded from him, he had a ready made. Because you look at how fast he responded that though, bro. Copy paste. Yeah. Shaq probably has a staff that handles his Twitter. And along with that, everybody has it on their copy and paste. That if KD responds, this is it.
Yeah, it was too
crazy.
Off the tongue.
Yeah. He was ready, bro.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Yeah.
So I told you I've been watching Spartacus, man. And for some reason, I was watching season 3, and the second to the last episode went from there to episode 4. And I was like, that was a weird time jump, right? Because Crixus had long hair. Your boy Ananias had died, and they said that they killed the Roman dude, like, and they said Lucretia and them died, and I was like, wait a minute, and I was like, I know, so I had to go back, bro, and sure enough, I had missed the last episode. I was so mad because obviously they spoiled everything, but so I went and watched the last episode, so now I'm officially on season 4. But yeah, and also me and Sarah started watching Yellowstone too, bro.
Okay, y'all just now starting watching it.
Yeah, because see, we watched 1883 first.
We didn't park. Listen, we didn't park it. Like, it's funny because we figured that there's so many episodes, so many seasons in that we just figured that all right, if there's a show that got maybe 2 seasons in, we've been sliding them in front of Yellowstone. So we up on like season 3 of Yellowstone by now. But it's just like, it's so long, so many of them that we just it dropped on the priority list though. But like, but let me tell you what's new that I did start watching. Especially if you like the boy Uhtred, you would love Vikings Valhalla, bro.
Oh yeah, that's my joint. I watched that.
Oh yeah, I know that. No, I for some reason I didn't even watch the Vikings that's on the History Channel. Like at first, I did watch the first 2 episodes, and everybody who know me was like, "Yo, that seems like you would be the one that would be telling it." And then I wound up not for some reason. But then I started watching Valhalla, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm up on like episode 6 of that though, man." And so,
wait, are you watching? Are you on season 2?
I'm on season 1.
Oh, see, I'm on season 2 of Valhalla, bro.
Oh yeah. I'm on season 1 of that, and because now, meant to tell you though, bro. Started watching Succession, bro, and it's cold. It's cold, bro. It is cold, bro.
Bro, listen.
I think I'm on episode like 3. It's dope.
Hey, season 4 is about to come out, bro. I'm telling you. But no. Don't just keep watching it, because I'm telling you, if Succession is out of here, bro. It is so good. And you know who is funny to me is Macaulay Culkin's brother, bro. He be killing me, bro.
Listen, I almost hate him, but it's a good thing. It's like I almost hate him. You know what it is? You know what it is, though, bro.
What's that?
He plays that role so well that I hate
Yes.
people like that. Like when I see people like that in real life, I hate them. And he does it to the T, though, bro. Golly.
Yeah, it's such a good show. I can't wait for you to get further along though.
Yeah. I saw the first three. I said, yo, pretty good, man. So I swapped it out with Pennyworth since I watched all of that. And so, yeah. So it's my new, I slide that in my workout and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I got another show after you get done with Succession, and I know, like I said, it's a couple of seasons, but Industry, you got to watch Industry, bro.
I want to see Industry. You know what I want to see? I want to watch Peaky Blinders as well. I started watching it. I saw like the first episode, and I was just like, but they up to like 6 or 7 seasons, and I was just like, it got to be good if it made it that long. So I think I'm gonna try to peep it though.
Yeah. And you caught up on The Last of Us?
I am caught up on The Last of Us, liking it so far, and it's funny because it feels like it feels like it's right along the cut of being consistent with most zombie movies that I've seen and see all of Walking Dead. Which one did I like? There was one other vampire one that I like. Not vampire, but a zombie one that I like. That most people thought was stupid. It was with my girl, Kalita Smith in it. Oh my gosh. My Lord. But she was in that thing looking woo. Boy, what is the movie? Oh my gosh. It's Jesus. Z Nation. She was in Z Nation. And most people saw Z. This was funny though, bro. I was so invested in that though, man. And I was so invested in it that even when it was some seasons where it was completely corny, I still was so. I don't know what it is, man, but yeah, I liked her in that though, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, man, the Beyonce tickets that came on out, bro. They dropped. And listen, everybody always says that Beyonce always drops her tickets and drops that she's doing a tour right before income tax time, though, bro. This girl Beyonce and the prices that they had out there, outrageous, bro. Outrageous. Some of these tickets, $2,000 to $4,500, $5,000 for these tickets, though, bro. Ace Kennedy. I do got a question for you, though.
What's up?
If you had $5,000 extra dollars, right? Where you said this is not gonna hurt me. Now I'm gonna say more than that because you got to get 2 of them. So basically $8,000 that you said it's not gonna hurt me, and I have to spend this money on a concert. You have to. Almost like you got a credit to go see a concert, right? Who are you spending $8,000 to go see, bro?
Tank.
You gonna spend $8,000? You gonna see $8,000 just to see Tank?
I hope you didn't expect me to say Beyonce, because if she's fixing to do this album that she just released at this concert, no, I'd go see Usher.
Okay, so I can see, Usher would be.
Yeah, but you got to understand though, right? If I'm paying $8,000, that means I got some backstage passes, like the meet and greet, and that means something to me because obviously I'm a fan of Tank, and I think that Tank ain't coming alone. He's gonna have other R&B acts. So to me,
but even still. But even still, no. If you was just like Beyonce is just Beyonce. She's just doing Beyonce. So if you said this, you're seeing this one artist and only them.
Bro, it's probably going to be Usher or Tank. Like that's it.
Now, you know what's funny, man? So I went to go see a Beyonce concert one time. I think Nico has been to maybe 2 or 3 Beyonce concerts, and it was by far the most entertaining show I had ever seen in my entire life, right? And this was before she did the Carters with Jay-Z. This was actually, you know what though? This was Beyonce and Jay-Z's concert. Now that I think about it, that's what it was. It wasn't just Beyonce. But if it was a Jay-Z and Beyonce collaborative concert again, like the one that I saw years ago, I would very easily go see that all again and pay that. I didn't pay that kind of money for it. But that was very much one of the best. It was the best concert I ever seen though, bro.
The best concert I've seen, I'd have to say, was R. Kelly's, bro.
Where'd you see R. Kelly concert?
He came to Oklahoma City, man. He did the what was it called? Music Man tour. It was super, super dope. Like it started out with the scene was all black and you seen this outline, but it was a person walking, and he came out there and like sparks and stuff hit, but it was like dope the way it was lit up. And then he came out, he was in the suit or whatever. It was dope. Me and Reggie sat up on the balcony and we was like literally hanging off the stage, bro. So like he came up and pointed at us and everything. It was dope. It was dope. Like, especially because he sang everything, like even the songs that he had wrote, like he was like working on like this is when he was talking about writing the zoo. Like it was super dope, super, super dope. Just made you think like, bro, Kells is out of here, bro. Real dope show.
Yeah. I think that I remember going to see I went to Dallas one time to go see the Rough Riders concert, the Rough Riders tour. That was dope. Yeah, that was real dope. But yeah, by far though, for me, it probably would be the Beyonce Jay-Z. I would, if I had the closer up tickets like that version, that premium. Yeah, that would probably be the one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Another person who I would pay to see that much, it would be Justin Timberlake. Absolutely.
I thought you was. So I was gonna say Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
I thought you was gonna say Justin Timberlake.
It dawned on me after because
he would be somebody I would. He would be in my top 5 people who I would say if I had to like that. Yeah, I would go spin it and see Justin Timberlake.
It'd be Justin, Usher, and then Tank, in that order.
I would want to say, I just think that for me, I want to go to like what I loved about the Beyonce concert was that I was so entertained by it. Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna sing along with it, but you entertained me, right? I was that blown away with the entertainment value of that concert. So, yeah. Probably Beyonce, man. I would go ahead and say that. Justin Timberlake got some hits that I wouldn't mind seeing him performed on live. Though, so.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. The spectacle of Justin Timberlake, like you think all the way back to the NSYNC days. I used to watch the behind the scenes of them building the stages and stuff like that, and he's kept that. So to even watch, like I said, the Netflix thing to see how he had the floating pieces and all of that stuff, the screen, the interactiveness. So no, I it would be something to see.
Yeah. I would. Justin Timberlake would be high up there. I don't know that there are some international acts that I just don't follow like that enough to be that big of a fan. But I just can't think of anybody who
BTS.
I don't know any BTS song, bro.
Me neither. But I just know that they would put on a phenomenal.
Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, but I mean, in terms of somebody who I would say that I would. No, I don't. You know me, I don't starstruck very easily, but that would be one of those ones. So yeah. But you know what? Though, speaking of that, though, man, real quick, I saw that Jay-Z has been tapped to perform at the Grammys. He's doing God Will. I mean, God did with DJ Khaled doing his verse on there, though, bro. Yeah. So I was hyped about that. And then the homie also struck a deal, multi-billion-dollar deal with Duce. Now, listen. I don't know. We haven't talked about it very much though, but he had been having like a lawsuit with Bacardi because he had been in he had a 50-50 ownership deal with Bacardi, and And I think that it says, I think that his deal was that he was trying to buy it outright or something like that. But he had basically made an offer of $1.5 billion to buy it outright.
Yeah.
And it was turned down. They were trying to value it as something lower or whatever, trying to lowball him or whatever. And so this new deal with the man values Duce at like $3 billion, basically, though, man. So it's pretty cool, though, man. So yeah, the boy Jay-Z's doing his thing. And I actually had some. Listen, I'm not a brown liquor drinker like that, but I had the Duce, and I gotta say, man, I'm pretty impressed with it, though, man. It's a good mixable brown. I'm not one to just drink brown straight up, but it's a good mixable though.
I'm more of a Crown dude, and I don't drink either. But
yeah. I gotta try some. I've never had Crown, bro.
You need to do like the Crown Apple or something like that.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing it. I've never had them.
So I did Crown Apple with ginger ale and a splash of lime or something like that. And yeah, it go hard.
Yeah. I made my
salted caramel.
Okay. Yeah, I made my Duce lemonade though. It was hit. I was like, okay, I can do that. Light enough, but I had a shot of the Duce, and I was like, all right. I couldn't see. Yeah, I couldn't see myself drinking so much that I'm drunk, but it's but it's still impressive though.
Yeah. What up for the weekend though, bro?
Man, we finally we're expecting some clearer weather out here. So it's gonna start warming up for us. Here we turn around here in the 60s, probably starting next week and starting this weekend though, man. So I think that I'm hoping to get out and about a little bit more. And then I'm starting to pick back up on some writing. I had I was in a nice little writing zone earlier though, man. So
did you get that package I sent you?
What package? The
Ghosted?
Yes, yeah. I'm about to pull that up here in a second though, man. But yeah. So I wrote that. I got my verse. I want to send it on over to you, but I want to try to see what on the production side before I send it on over to you though, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now on what you're gonna see on the actual Reason session, it's not the beat isn't broken up how it is on the you'll see what I'm saying. Like it's just I did the cuts and stuff in Studio One.
Well, that's another thing we could talk about afterwards because I can hear there are some points where the bass comes in. Yeah. We gotta talk about that. But yeah, that's what I got that's what I'm trying to do for the weekend though, man. So I'm pretty hyped up about it.
Yeah. For me, catching up with Deuce, we gonna go catch out the Star Spencer game. And then of course, we'll be hanging out with the grandbaby and just kicking it with the fam.
Sounds like a good weekend, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, on that note, it is right on the hour. We can get on up out of here, bro. Peace out, y'all.
Thanks for checking in, Clifford.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brothers Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you dig
of
it,
all time.
sucker?